Good afternoon. It is time to get started. We're watching this rover here that we were driving around last time struggle with the autopilot to get up this hill. It just can't. But hey, I am DanBearPig82 and this is Kerbal Space Program. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take off the starting soon screen. And this is a hilarious misadventure for the starting soon right here. How are we doing on electric charge? We're doing fine. Okay, so we're gonna have to take over a little bit. Let's go ahead and stop. And let's put on the brakes. Yeah, this hill is just a little bit steep for this thing. So let's take over. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on. Come on. It cannot do it. Let's try to switch back a little bit. All right, forwards. Let's go. So yeah, this has not moved very much since the last time we were watching, and there are still some biomes where it can go and gather some science. And yeah, I'm debating whether or not to turn the colliders back on for this terrain scatter, because it's so much fun to try to dodge the terrain and crawl over it, but also it hits the performance pretty hard of the game. So might do it for a little bit of fun at some point. But here we go. Here's the slope that we can handle. Let's just do speed control then. That way I can hands off on the forwards button. Although it's still struggling. It's still struggling a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I've been doing some designing and such, but not a lot of actual progress in this save since the last time we were all together here. And so we're going to be doing a little bit of everything. We're coming up, we have a MOHO launch window in 85 days. And that's actually one of the reasons I've been trying to do some designing. I've been trying to iterate on the rover design because I want to send a rover to MOHO and do some exploring there, some more science gathering, and perhaps even scan some of the surface features like that one. We don't have the science scanning arm on this thing. This isn't, you know, originally a rover. This is our lander that has been modified so that it can roll around on wheels. So we don't have a scanner arm to go and get extra science from that red sandstone over there. But okay, we're getting there. 2.8 meters per second. I'm hoping to get to the these poles, but I don't know that we're going to. So let's see. We're headed almost due north. Okay, waypoint is saying that we're trying to go that way. What if the waypoint actually... Let's remove that one, add a waypoint, and I gotta be aggressive with the waypoint because it doesn't take me all the way there. Yeah, look at that. That barely gets onto the new biome. Even though I clicked up here, it put it right down there, but that's all right. That should do. And that goes that way. So let's get to the crest of this hill and then re-engage the autopilot and see what that does. Other things that I want to try today while we are waiting for our MOHO launch window, perhaps work with the design of the rover a little bit, and also pay a visit to Kefri Bezos, who is still serving his community service sentence and cleaning up low Kerbal orbit. So we might remove some space junk and also do a refueling run with our newest iteration of the Mosquito mining lander. All right, drive. There we go. But man, this thing was really not wanting to go uphill. All right, turn on the autopilot, hit the starting soon, and then immediately it's like, oh, I can't, I'm gonna slide back down the hill. This is as far as I go on my own. I'm done. But this is much better. Here we go. Take a sip of my coffee while I just watch this thing go on its own. Alright, how long does it say it's going to take to get to there? This says ETA 32 minutes. Okay, we're definitely not going to do that whole thing on stream. Although we can increase our speed though. Yeah, this is a lot nicer terrain. None of those steep, directly up hills. So let's go up to 15 meters per second. Man, it would have been really cool if it had just, you know, gotten there as we started the stream. Wouldn't that be great? Nope. Chuck Testa. Meanwhile, we can look around at our surroundings. Yeah, there's a couple of those red sandstones down there that we can't scan because we don't have the scanning equipment. That is definitely going to be on the next rover. We're going to absolutely have some scanning equipment. Okay, and that makes sense. We increased the speed by 50%, and that brought down our ETA by 1/3, exactly as we'd expect. So going up to 20 meters per second should bring us down to an ETA of 15 minutes. Close enough. Yeah, 15 minutes. And now, whoa, 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 oh no! Stop. Well, that might do it for this rover. It can no longer generate power, and it can no longer, well, it can still communicate, thank goodness, but it cannot transmit science, and it can no longer generate power. So this is the little rover that really just couldn't. What was that? Autopilot, what the heck? Oh, okay, it can still generate power, but cannot transmit science anymore because we don't have nearly enough of an antenna. Well, boo. So strength 66 to ScanSat Supreme, and yeah, cannot transmit science. Oh, that's annoying and a half. All right, let's hit the brakes and see if we can at least get the thing upright. Well, that's a way to start, isn't it? This is kind of how the last couple days have been going, really. Everything I've tried has gone about like this. So let's see. These are locked, I believe. Yeah, unlock. And now we're just... Alright, can I wiggle at all? Nope. Nope, this is now space junk. Yep. The reaction control wheel is not nearly enough to get ourselves upright. We do have some fuel in the engine, but we can't point that in any particular direction. Let's see. Yeah, just straight into the ground. The gimbaling is not nearly enough, and hilariously, we're not on enough of a slope to use that to our advantage either. Oh my gosh. Really? Really? Now we can spin a little bit like a top. That's cool. That's fun. Alright, well, this rover experiment has come to an end, I'm afraid. Let's take a sad screenshot. Let's see, we can close that or get rid of that. Yeah, let's just take a sad screenshot of the way that we've started our stream. Well, it's very sad. let's close that and let's move on. Let's move on then. So I guess what this calls for is let's look at the newer rover designs, because that one was really a hack job for sure. We did get lots of good scientific data from it, so there's that. And we also might have some more science data to transmit home right off the bat from some of our mapping satellites. So let's see, let's warp to sunrise, because I don't want to do this in the dark. But yeah, let's go to the spaceplane hangar, which is where I've been working on my my rover designs. And we are going to take a look. There is a particular suspension system that I have been trying to replicate, and I've seen people do it. And theoretically what I've got should be working fine, and as suspension it has, but it can't do one of the main features of it, which is climb up steep obstacles. And I think part of the issue is just the way that Kerbal Space Program does physics. Yeah. RB stands for rocker bogie, which is the suspension type. It's the kind that the Mars rover uses. But let's take a look at this. And yeah, that looks like a cool little rover, right? So this is suspended from this midpoint right here. And this is suspended from the front of these wheels. And so this is not my latest attempt, but nearly my latest attempt. And let's just see how well this drives. So let's launch it. We're going to revert this. We're just taking this out for a simulated drive to see what we've been up to. And then it's in a different save file, so I'll have to import it, but I've got a another version of this that it's got its pros and cons, but we might try it again. We might also see about making some silly airplane designs, which we have never done in this save. But here we go. And yeah, that's just suspended right there, so it's that's not perfect, but it's good. And this definitely needs to not go this fast. But yeah, we can turn and watch the suspension at work. Look at that. And in theory, this is really great for crawling over rocks and even going up things like stairs. But this Kerbal Space Program refuses to let a wheel go up when it contacts a vertical surface. It's just the way that the hitboxes and colliders work just does not want to handle that. Instead, it tries to push in, which just won't do, and I'll show you what I mean here. Let's go into the Kerbal Space Center, drive around the grounds. But yeah, this thing drives really nice, other than that, and that's the main thing that I'm trying to solve, along with improving the stability on the wheels. Because yeah, this thing, a sharp corner at too high a speed, and we're done. And I'd like to improve on what that margin actually is. But yeah, here's a nice obstacle right over here. So let's slow down and see what happens just to stop. Now this is okay because it's sloped, but that there, it just absolutely refuses to use the friction to get up it. Let's increase friction on these wheels, on just the front ones, and see if that helps at all. So far in testing, it has not. Yep, that wheel just stops. And I suspect that the game is mostly simulating the friction right here on this horizontal surface, and just seeing this as an obstacle to the entire collider for the wheel, and not as a surface for it to get traction on. and I think that's because it's vertical. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, this thing got moved upwards, and so if I can get it to do that, then it works fine. But now, struggle again. And realistically, this should be able to get up over this object right here, but it's just not doing it. So that's frustrating. And you know what? There is actually science that we can do around here. So rather than revert this, let's see what this thing does here. This is the chemistry cam, the chem cam. Let's put the e-brake on. And what cameras do I have on this that actually are functional? Nope, not this one. So yeah, this one in the tooltip in the editor talks about how it's not actually a camera. Stop calling it a camera, even though it says chem. But yeah, let's do whatever experiment this is. I think this does some analyses to enhance our, what was that over there? There's something poking through the surface there, and I'm getting distracted. Enhance our analysis of the surface minerals. But let's run the analysis. Is this a continual thing? Is it doing something? What's going on here? Okay, well, it's possibly doing something. This might have to be used in conjunction with something in orbit. This is a modded item, and it's not one that I've ever used before, so I'm not really particularly familiar with it. This is another one that is similar. And yeah, this is just telling us exactly what the concentration of ores is at this location. So, you know, if we had a driller, maybe that's how we can save a little bit more money. Maybe we just have a fuel farm that is right out here, and then fuel our craft on the pad. That would be something. Let's run an atmospherical analysis. The atmosphere here is abuzz with activity day and night. It does indeed look abuzz with activity. Just so much activity going on right here. All right, well, yeah, that's the atmosphere analysis from the VAB. And that's the vertical assembly building, vehicle assembly building. So we can probably get this from a bunch of different spots around the Kerbal Space Center. That's not something I usually do because it's not particularly exciting, but let's go ahead and do it. Oh, we don't have an antenna on this because this is just a test article. This is not finished. So yeah, let's do this. Let's revert the flight. And the other one I think is a little bit more complete. So let's grab that one out of the other save file, out of my sandbox save. The one that I've called Shipwreck's Reckless Sandbox because we did some silly stuff there. And yeah, RB Rover 2. And this one has a bigger, more robust suspension system. Do I have an antenna on here yet? I don't think so. And I also don't have that atmospheric analysis scientific experiment yet. And I also don't have a scanning arm. I don't know if there's anything to use the scanning arm on Kerbin's surface or not. But let's go ahead and put the large scanning arm on. There it is. Because why not? And let's put it right here. Like that. Or let's put it, nope, that doesn't look like it's going to attach very nicely. So let's just put it, yeah, here. And then rotate it to be straightforward. There we go. Now that doesn't run the risk of impacting the ground if these rotate a little bit. And I have these this rotation servo here set so that it has a 40 degree 40 degrees of freedom, really. So it can go 20 degrees forward and 20 degrees backwards. Now this one is not suspended from this. This is another thing I'm experimenting with. I've got it hanging a little bit low here, but it is rigid to this structure here. And then these are the only ones that pivot. But let's also put on, what is it, the atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer. That's a fancy name. Well, let's put it right here like this. There we go. And then the final thing we need, I don't like the placement of these these solar panels. They are just kind of slapped on there for testing purposes. So let's do this. Okay, I like that better. And then we need an antenna. So communications, and the Communitron HG55 is pretty good for these purposes. So let's slap that on the back right here. If it will go right there, I'm not sure. It actually will. Will it not fit on that reaction wheel? Is this a radial mount only? That might be radial mount only. Yeah, that brings up one of those nodes. So, what can I do with it? I mean, I could put one of these static ones on, but I don't really want to. I do want this one. So, we're going to put it down here, and then shift it. Like so. High gain antenna. How about that? And extend. Oh, no, that is not great. All right. How about if we put it right here? And put the science experiment underneath. Yeah, that works a little bit better for that. And then this, let's put that underneath like that. There we go. Yeah. I'm used to the VAB controls. They're a little bit different in the spaceplane hangar. Okay, that looks like one piece. I like that. Okay. And now this can be retracted. And let's save. And let's launch. And let's use this to just gather a few little points of science from around the Kerbal Space Center. Because we're, I think, 1 science point, or maybe it's 7. It's a very small number away from unlocking the Rapier engine, which is a dual mode engine. It can either breathe air and mix that with the liquid fuel, or it can burn oxidizer with the liquid fuel, making it very very versatile. More coffee. I was napping before this because, oh boy, am I a tired Danbury pig. All right, let's first double check that. Okay, that works well. Nice. Okay. And this one is a little bit more stable than the other one. But still, I don't want to go too absurdly fast. But let's, oh, yeah. Oh. Broke a solar panel. Yep. Super stable, right? All right, let's recover the vessel. We're gonna go ahead and eat the hit because we're doing this for real. Oh boy. But yeah, this is we're doing field testing here. Definite field testing. Okay. So let's go back to the spaceplane hangar. And let's just double check this. And then we're going to keep it nice and slow. Yeah, part of the trick is getting enough of the equipment on there without it becoming top heavy, and then having a wide enough wheelbase without making it so big that it is difficult to deliver to a destination. Because this one, I haven't tried a fit test in a fairing yet, and this one might be a tricky prospect to deliver somewhere. But let's launch it. I've also done some testing on a new version of the Callisto reusable heavy launch vehicle, and I have a basically super heavy version of it, but it costs literally all the funds that I have left. Now I would recover most of them, at least 2/3 of that, if the landing is successful. But if it is not, then the space agency is bankrupt. We don't want that. So, all right, let's start here. Let's extend the antenna, turn on the brakes, and let's do some science right here from the runway. So let's log some seismic data first off. Yeah, you calibrate the detector one more time before lifting off. Yep, we're doing some calibrations. This is our control experiment. So let's transmit the science. And where are we at here? 997.1. 2.9 more science points, and we can unlock another expensive technology. A gravioli detector, the GravMax negative gravioli detector. Log gravity data. The sensor seems to think it's being calibrated. Oh, it sure is. It's being calibrated, all right. That's what it's being doing to. And did we not transmit? Yeah, log. Oh, we did. Okay, it just took a minute. All right, 1000.4. That's enough. We've got this. But let's keep going. The press map barometer. Log the data. No storm fronts detected. Perfect day for a flight. All right, 2.5 science points. We're rolling in it now. And what's the temperature like, Rover guy? The jet exhaust skews the temperature reading, and you have to throw out the results. Jet exhaust. I don't see any jet engines running right now, but let's throw out the results right into our science libraries. And then we've got this here, the atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer, which we might want to recharge the batteries before we send this data. And there we go, we got full batteries. Run atmosphere analysis. Wind speed changes slightly as a small insect passes in front of the sensor. Well, hey, we detected an insect. If there's life on another planet, this is how we'll find it, I guess. And this, there is nothing in range to target. All right, but that was all from the runway. Let's see what we can get from one of the buildings, and we're gonna go slow. So let's turn on the rover autopilot for speed control, and let's just go 5 meters per second here. All right, let's increase to 8. And no sudden turns. All right, let's try 10. This feels pretty comfortable to me. And meanwhile, more coffee. And maybe we can send this to Kerbin's Mountains, because there are some nice mountains over there to the west. And meanwhile, it is awfully quiet down here. Yeah, I can see that there is sound happening, but there's not much. All right, we're going to take a visit over here first and see if that counts as another biome. Ooh. Remember what we said, no sudden turns. Okay, we're on Kerbin's Shores is what this says right there in the Kerbal Engineer. So let's go ahead and let's pin our science experiments. We can close that for now. There's the accelerometer, the gravioli detector, the barometer, the thermometer, and also the spectrovariometer. Variometer. All right, so do we get anything different from here? Log seismic data. We do. The planes are too light to register anything on the seismometer here. All right, well, we'll send that. We've got also the gravioli detector. After reading the manual a few times, the command team is able to take an accurate reading of the local gravity. Well, good. Good for them. I approve. Let's log the barometer, the pressure data. Another beautiful day at the SPH, the spaceplane hangar, and the barometer confirms it. Okay, so even though this says Biomass Shores, this is counting this as the spaceplane hangar. Okay, so this does not have the same precision for the biome definitions that this does. I suspect it doesn't actually register the building biomes. All right, the thermometer. The temperature here is cool due to the breeze blowing through the spaceplane hangar. Like a good breeze, it has been hot. Atmosphere analysis. The sensor registers a cool breeze coming from the spaceplane hangar. We always knew this was a cool place. So cool. Okay, so the spaceplane hangar, that's covered. Although, I think, yeah, we did not have enough. Oh, yeah, we did not have enough electric charge for any of that. So let's turn on the brakes. Let's charge the batteries. And yeah, these are clearly not adequate on their own. My test solar panels. Okay, we got full batteries now, though. Send. Send. And send. Send. And do we have enough battery left to send this? I don't think we do. Nope. All right, so let's charge the batteries again. We've got better angle to the sun now, so batteries are charging faster, which is nice. And send. And it's going, it's sending. We had just enough battery power for that. Okay, that's actually a valid test of this thing too, because one of the issues we had before was even with the solar panels charging consistently, there wasn't enough reserve power in the batteries to finish sending the data from this. So we never did get any experiments from the fluid spectrovariometer from Duna, because we would run out of battery power and it would cancel it. But this will do it. Oh, we've got mystery goo on here too. Let's just do that. The engineers at the space plane hangar spread some of the goo on the control surfaces in hopes of actually making their plane fly. Well then. Do we have enough battery power for that? Yeah, transmit data, that's fine. We do. All right, let's charge the batteries just a bit more. That'll do. And let's do the materials bay. Conduct materials study. The great view of the new planes distracts you from getting any meaningful lab work done. I don't see any planes. Transmit the data. All right, so yeah, we've got 1,031 science now. So let's go ahead and recover this vessel. We definitely don't want to revert now because we'd lose all the science data we just got. And let's take a look at airplanes, because we haven't done any airplanes. We've done kind of like a hovercraft. That was fun. And we might make more hovercraft. But let's go to the Research and Development Center. And right here, Aerospace Tech for 1,000, Alex. And all that grants us is the CR7 Rapier engine. The Rapier, Reactive Alternate Propellant Intelligent Engine for Rockets, is a joint venture between C7 Aerospace and the Rockomax conglomerate. Designed to fill a gap in the design requirements for sustainable single-stage-to-orbit aircraft, this engine combines the best of rocket and air-breathing thrust technology. Now, it's not particularly high thrust. So basically this counts as 2 engine parts in one. So this one here needs intake air and liquid fuel, and it gives us a very nice high specific impulse like a jet engine would, and a thrust at rest of 105 kilonewtons. But if we can get up to Mach 3.7, we can get it up to 465 kilonewtons of thrust. After that, it starts tailing off again, especially as we get altitude and we don't have enough intake air to maintain that. But at that point, we can switch it to closed cycle mode, and that will burn liquid fuel and oxidizer like the rest of our rocket engines do. And that gives us only 180 kilonewtons in a vacuum. Pretty good in atmosphere, 162 as far as the comparison there, and a pretty average specific impulse. So it is not a high thrust engine. It's not going to lift something super heavy, but it is a very effective way to bring something out of the atmosphere and up into space. So let's research that. And space planes are not something that I have done a lot with. I've tried a few times and not been particularly successful. What else do we have left? If we are to unlock the rest of the tech tree, we need 2,000, 3,100, 3,400, 3,560. So basically 3,600 more science would unlock the entire tech tree. So I think we should do it. Not today, of course, but we're gonna see what else we can get. So let's leave the Research and Development Center, back to the spaceplane hangar, and let's just make a real quick and dirty basic drone aircraft, because we don't want to trust any Kerbals to my current level of aircraft making skills. Not yet. All right, so let's see, new, and let's start with the Mark II drone core. So that is our control point right there, and we are going to add this cockpit here. No, we're not. We're going to add that. This is going to be a purely unmanned aircraft. At least this iteration of it is. And then in aerodynamics, we need the shock cone intake. There it is. And that is how we're going to get our air supply to the engines. Meanwhile, back to the fuel tanks, and let's go. This has liquid fuel and oxidizer. Let's also do this one, which will have liquid fuel and oxidizer, and this one, which just has liquid fuel. Then we need this one here, the Mark II bicoupler. That one also carries liquid fuel and oxidizer, and there's sadly not an option just to have the whole thing filled with one or the other. Pretty frustrating. There is a mod that'll do that, but we're not there at this point. All right, engines though. We've got the CR7 Rapier engine, 2 of them. And look how cool that is. It's a quad nozzle engine. Look at that. And that has a lot of delta V, according to this, although most of that is assuming in atmosphere flight. Let's do boom. Atmospheric altitude. And now it says nothing for the delta V. I think here's the key. I gotta switch the mode. Closed cycle. There we go. So that is how much delta V we have, assuming we are only getting our oxygen from the oxidizer. Let's do automatic switching and hope that that handles things well for us. And now we need wings, so let's go to aerodynamics. And wings are a frustrating thing in Kerbal Space Program, believe it or not. Let's see, let's put these delta wings on. Let's do them like that. And then we've got, not that one, structural wing type A. Let's put them here and here. And then we want, let's see, I believe it is wing connector type A. Nope, we want wing connector type B. Let's put that right there. Okay, so that's a good looking wing shape. But we also, I don't want that Z fighting to happen. So let's do rotation, turn off angle snap. Let's just do this a little bit, and this will not only help with the Z fighting, but also with lift. There we go. Just a little bit, not a lot. We also want some control surfaces. Yeah, the controls do opposite things in the spaceplane hangar than what they do in the VAB. So let's see, we've got we've got these big delta wings. Do I want that? It's cool, it's definitely cool, but no, I think not. We're gonna stay lightweight. Oh, also auto strut to ground parent part, because wings are super flexy. That is one thing that is already better in KSP2 is the whole procedural wings sort of deal. Those are fun to work with. Let's see, we want Delta Deluxe winglet. Let's put them like this. That looks cool and should be also effective. We also want elevons. So let's do that and that. Line them up. There we go. Let's also do this. Let's do these ones are only for pitch. And these ones are only for roll. And these are only for yaw. Okay, now how does our aerodynamics look? Our center of mass is right there. Center of pressure is behind it. That is good. It's a little bit far behind it. However, things are going to change as we deplete our fuels. Let's empty the tanks. And yeah, that is problematical. Because if we have empty tanks and we're just gliding, then we're gonna have very little control over this thing. So let's do this. Move these backwards. Or, no, because we do want the actual lift to be about here, but let's add a couple of these. Back here like that. And that is not enough. We need more drag. Okay, so now we will pull these backwards. Come on. A little bit more. Just get that center of lift a little bit behind the center of mass for an empty space plane. There we go. Now this doesn't give us any room to put any canards on there though. Any canards. Let's refuel. All right. And that is farther separated than I'd like it to be for this mode, but we're going to see how this does. Now, of course, we need landing gear. So let's do these. Let's do large landing gear, see how big these actually are. A little bit too big. So let's do medium landing gear. We'll put one there on the front. Like that. And then let's do back here. And I'm attaching them to the main body here for stability or structural integrity reasons. Let's put these back here and out a little bit for stability. And actually, let's do this one back down a little bit more. We want the nose to be up a little bit. So this will work fine for that. I think it will. Oh. That's what I want. Okay, now the final thing, we need some power. So let's go and let's put a couple of batteries on it. And they want to attach very strangely, so let's see. Okay, angle snapping is causing the weirdness there. Let's do that right there like that. And then why not some solar panels? Attached there like so, and then I want them to be flush with the surface. Like that. Okay, that should be pretty good. Okay, so Let's just call it Space Plane X1, our very creative name here. All right, so save it. And let's take this out to the launch pad and see if it performs at all. This is a simulation right here. And also a chance for me to finish my coffee. All right, waiting for the runway to load. There it goes. At least I can see the UI. There we go. All right. Let's throttle up. And we're not going to do stability assist. I am going to do fine control, precision control, and shipwreck is first, and with the booznate, and a random cat, and we got shadow. All right, shipwreck. Well, this thing taxis down the runway a little bit. Let's go ahead and let's do a booznate. How are you doing, shipwreck? All right, we've got here. I've just about run out of the stuff that we brought home from California, but we're about to go back. So I've got, whoop, there we go. The last of this one, the Disco Wolf Hazy Double IPA from Fremont. And that one's actually from Seattle, but we bought it in California because we can't get this here in Utah. Are you sick again, says Shipwreck? Does my voice sound like it? Because I took a nap right before stream because I'm very tired. There we go. And yeah, how are you doing, Shipwreck? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I hear a ghast. A Kerbal ghast. Here we go. Thank you, Shipwreck. Always boozinate before flying, right? All right. Here we go. Doing good. Spread thin between modding. Oh, yeah, I know. Supreme Doom is going too. All right, here we go. Our first ignition of our brand new engine technology. Okay, we've got a nice little bit of a good angle of attack there. Hopefully it's enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. It is not enough. Yeah, we don't have enough control authority here. But that's working. Shipwreck says, yes, that's what I say when I get on a plane. Boy, I hope my pilot had drinks to relax him. I know, you don't want a stressed out pilot. That'd be bad. Okay. Alright, we are supersonic. And we can see our thrust increasing as we go faster and faster and get more air into the jet engines. All right, we've got Mach 2. Let's look at the aerodynamic forces overlay. Not too bad, actually. Oh yeah, we're going fast. This is a simulation here, so yeah, we're going nice and fast through low atmosphere. And yeah, we definitely need more control authority and more aggressive angle of attack while we're on the runway. It's a little bit too stable, believe it or not. All right, now I want to see, yeah, our thrust is going back down again as we get into thinner atmosphere and run out of air. And I want to see, does it actually automatically switch engine modes for me? We're slowing down a bit, but our apoapsis is up to almost, yep, there it goes, 50 kilometers, and there we go. We're accelerating again. And I heard a totem. Papa totem, a space totem. Okay. Yeah, this is looking pretty exciting.
Shipwreck, what are you doing, dude? Get your act together.
It's a good time for this. Don't be deceived by the large amount of flames. Everything is fine. Oh boy. Okay, we have an apoapsis of 150 kilometers. Now, one thing we are going to run into, once we are in space, we are going to be dependent on the reaction wheel here in the probe core for attitude adjustment, because we haven't added those systems yet, so... There's your floppy disk today. Wow. Phrasing, Shipwreck, phrasing. I know that's on purpose. The QAO disk drive is pretty cool. If I keep it up like I am actually going to fill that thing up pretty quick. I went and I used my hammer to chop the top off of a mountain last night. And, oh, that's a cool profile there, though. Look at that. This is a cool looking plane. And I've got something like 150,000 blocks already, so I'm also going to need more storage upgrades for spawn. Okay, let's just see, can this thing get to orbit? I think it can. And regardless of what we get, we are going to revert this flight because... Okay, the reaction wheel is actually pretty decent, because this is just a simulated flight here. All right, let's get closer to our apoapsis. Even closer. Yep, we have an orbit. And we have over half a kilometer of delta V remaining after that. Copernicus Cat, welcome, saying, I played with my floppy disk and it turned into an SSD. Wow. Alright, now let's just test the stability as we do a reentry, though. Bonjour, Dan Bear Pig, says Copernicus Cat. I was waiting for it. Alright, we have re-entry now. So let's point prograde again. And Shipwreck with another random cat. And we got Crookshanks and Arya. So, Shipwreck, you've had all three, just not all at once. Definitely rigged these cats, says Shipwreck. Yeah, you think that, but nope, definitely not rigged. Okay, another limitation of this thing is that, well, it can get to orbit, and presumably it can get back, but it can't do anything useful with that. It can't take any payload, not even any passengers. So this is version number 1. I did something, says Shipwreck. Yep, I set up a fair system with the cats. Tell you what, Shipwreck, I'll tell you what the weights are right now. So if I go to random cat in streamer butt, the weights, I have the individual cats, just Shadow, just Crookshanks, or just Arya. Those are weighted at 4. The rest are all weighted at 3. So it is slightly more likely that you get a single cat, and equally likely for any of the other combinations. So let's see. What does that math work out to? What are your chances of getting all 3 cats? So let's see, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 24. So 3 divided by 24, it is a 12.5% chance. You have a 1 in 8 chance, Shipwreck, of getting all 3 cats. And that's equal for everybody. Lovely looking craft, says Copernicus Cat. Well, thank you. It does look pretty cool. And unfortunately, we're going into nighttime for this, but that's okay. Let's time warp a little bit, get back into the atmosphere, and let's just see. With our fuel tanks down to about about a third. Let's see how stable this is. Full of poop, says Shipwreck. Oh, the only poop I've got is the stuff you've sent me in the mail. All right, we want to nose up a little bit and increase our drag. Whoa, just for you, Pete Venkman, we're doing this at night. Electric charge is doing all right. We've got some decent battery power. Didn't even pay you? Oh, well, I paid you in your Echo gems. Are you still going on about those vault diamonds, Shipwreck? All right, we are in the atmosphere. Let's mouse over this so you guys can see something. All right, camera is changing its point of reference. Ripping you guys off. Well, I sent you those knowledge stars. Community chat says, increase our drag. What is this? RuPaul space program? I mean, maybe. I mean, we're not racing anything right now. Okay, and we are definitely slowing down due to atmospherical drag. All right, things are starting to get a little bit glowy, so I can mouse off of this and maybe you guys can see it. Shipwreck says, do you know how many vaults she had to die in to get those vault diamonds? Well, maybe if she didn't die in the vault, she'd have more vault diamonds. She'd think of that. You can tell her I said that. So I want to hear what she has to say. Okay, and yeah, this thing is going to try to nose down and go directly prograde. So I'm just pulling up now. Not too much. There we go. We're getting all flamey here. And yeah, now I'm just pulling back on the stick completely. And the main thing here is just to see how aerodynamically stable we are on reentry. And so far, it's looking really good. Now, there's a trick I've seen some people do. Shipwreck with the random cat. And we got a Crookshanks again. RuPaul, that was his quitting his cat. I translated it. I got it. But yeah, there's a trick that I've seen some people do with space planes for maintaining a pitch up. A little bit of a pitch up. We'll try that on the next iteration. There's the sun over the horizon over there. Oh yeah, there's a lot of drag. Your brain was thinking of the herbs. Herbal space program. Okay, there is, I can't remember what the mod does, but there is a mod that has a, no, it's not a mod, it's a YouTuber, I think, who has a hilarious name. I haven't watched them in forever. Kerbal Essences. I'm a mod, says Shipwreck. Technically, yes. What do I do? Says Shipwreck. I have no idea. UAFK, that's what you do. Got him. Yeah, we definitely need more control authority here. Dirtbad. Dirtbad. Wow. That's what you do as a mod, Shipwreck. Okay, good. The sun is up. Yeah, we are barely keeping the nose up. At least we are keeping the nose up, so that's better than I was expecting, honestly. Okay, we're still in closed cycle mode because we're still in very thin atmosphere. And now I'm banned from my own channel. Oh, man. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Shipwreck, you're so mean to me. Alright, I want to pin both of these engines here because I might have to change the mode back manually, and I want to be able to do that quickly. Otherwise, we'll get asymmetrical thrust, and the less time we spend with asymmetrical thrust, the better. Copernicus Cat says, I've been clearing the logs and branches from my upper berms so that I can get the tractor up there to do some work. Nice. I got some branches I need to clear out of my yard. Shipwreck says, I mean to you because I like you. Well, do me a favor, Shipwreck. Like me a little bit less. Wow, 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 wow. Alright. Goats and Sheep, says Copernicus Cat, have done a great job of reducing the branches. Nice. Reducing them to poop, probably, because of eating, and then that turns into poop. Shipwreck knows all about that. Ask Shipwreck about poop. He's an expert. Shipwreck says, Dan's a Minecraft genius sometimes. Nice. Some poop, yes, says Copernicus Cat. Alright, yeah, we are barely slowing down at all at this point, and I can no longer... Oh, I can no longer control it because we have too much of this, of the plasma. We're in plasma blackout. Fortunately, I'm completely hands-off now. Fortunately, this thing is quite aerodynamically stable, so we're just holding nose forward. Shipwreck says... OMG, I'm flowering you with compliments. You talk about me and poop. Nice. Well, some of the gifts that you sent me in the mail in Vault Hunter's Shipwreck include bear poop and a mole patty. In First Craft, I still have poop all over my base, including some mole poop. Alright, we should get control back any moment now. There we go, full probe control. Alright. We're still in closed cycle mode. If we lose some altitude, will that change? And yeah, I have barely any control authority. Let's see what happens if I do allow these to control pitch as well. Okay, that helps. That helps a lot. Scott says, well, poop does help the flowers grow. That's true. You wouldn't be able to flower me with compliments without any fertilizer for those flowers. Alright, it still says closed cycle mode. Let's go ahead and toggle mode. Okay, it really wants closed cycle mode here. That's alright. We are subsonic now. But let's just see if I can land this thing. And then you know what? I think we have some stuff that we can discard from orbit, so maybe we can give Shipwreck some explosions. Maybe that'll make up for the poop pointing out of. Okay, yeah, this glides pretty well. All right, noted. Leave pitch control active on the outer elevons. Landing gear down. Cat says, now would be a bad time to realize that you'd forgotten to add landing gear. Well, now would be a very impressive time to realize I'd forgotten landing gear, Copernicus Cat, considering that we started on the runway, on the landing gear. If I only realized that now, then that would be quite something. Keep our speed up a little bit. And clear these trees. Not that the trees have any colliders, but still. And yeah, this is a slope here, so not ideal for landing, but we're gonna see if I can even land this thing. Not bad. Look at me, pro pilot. Missed that part of the trip? No worries. Well, look at that. First attempt on stream of a landing, and it's perfect. Even in this field, this flowery field. Still, we said we were only doing a simulation and we were reverting. So even though that went well, still reverting. I don't get to revert only if it goes badly. Field landing. That's right. Okay, so here it is right here. Now, we do need to change some things about this. What do we have? I think we might have an airborne science kit. Or maybe I haven't unlocked that. Oh yeah, here's the chem. Here's the tooltip there. This is not a camera. Yes, I know it has cam in the name, but it is not a camera. It is a laser for chemistry. It can be used to enhance the accuracy of orbital survey scanners, not pictures. Stop calling. Amazing. All right. Well, let's come back to this later. Let's go ahead and go to our mining lander, and let's see what that's up to. And I think we can actually retire the Mosquito 3, which means we can give Shipwreck an exciting explosion. Tracking station. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then down, and let's go. Mosquito 4.0 orbiting Minimus and landed at Minimus. That's suspicious-y. Let's investigate this. I'm hoping that this is just a bit of space debris. Oh, the humanities, says Copernicus Cat. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's fly this and see what it is. If this is a duplicated craft, which it might be, we're going to have to dispose of it. Had some interesting bugs with this game, especially as we get farther and farther into a playthrough. They get more and more numerous. And look at that. This is indeed a duplicate. So let's... I think this one I just need to delete from the tracking center. Yeah, this should not be here. So let's go to the map. The one that we should have is... Boom, boom, boom. It's there. It's there somewhere. Mosquito 2. An unfinished rover. That's not mine. That's for a contract. Mosquito 4 landed. Switch to. Looks like we need to change the type to lander too. Copernicus Cat says, my timing is good. The wind just came up and the rain is coming down. We've had a bit of storminess here as well. I like a good storm. Yeah, here it is, and it is drilling away, and very nearly full, speaking of good timing. So let's, first off, let's change the type to lander. Can I find the probe core? Let's aim the camera here. There it is. Okay, rename vessel. It is a lander. Accept. All right, and noted that I've got a rogue. The game has duplicated it that I need to delete from orbit. So, all right, yeah, let's actually leave that and let's time warp so that it finishes filling up the ore tank. Almost full. And there it is, full. Beautiful. So let's stop the drills and retract the drills. It's nice, says Copernicus Cat, that they don't have an option to name it a crasher. I believe the technical term is actually impactor, and we've actually done some of that, and you can get some seismic data from that. That's a legitimate scientific experiment, I'll have you know. Whoa, Nerd Dan. Chill a little bit, will ya? All right, we need ascent guidance. Oh, we also need the maneuver planner and the docking autopilot. All right, 32 kilometer orbit, that is good. All right, engage autopilot. Our target is already selected, excellent. With all Val Kilmer early career there. All right. I do really like the look of this thing. This is a good craft. Oh, look at that. We've got the moon and its shadow on Kerbal, so people right there are experiencing a solar eclipse right now. We're missing it because we're in space. All right. We've got our apoapsis set. You're a real genius. Fired. Oh, man. Val Kilmer just wishes he was as good looking as me. That's the way it is. Who's fired as a shipwreck? Copernicus Cat. Also you, but for different reasons. Just out of principle that shipwreck's fired. All right. Coasting to apoapsis. Okay, oh man, that's a shipwreck. Wow. That would be rude. We got our circularization going. Timed out. Wow. A whole 5 seconds. He's gone now. Okay. Well, that deleted all the messages too. Very rude. SMH my head, shipwreck. All right, we have a normal orbit. So now we need to do next maneuver, which is a bi-impulsive transfer to the target. That looks good. Execute next node. Oh, let's reset the camera because that's a little goofy. There we go. Camera's now focused on the center of gravity again. All right. Time warp to our maneuver node. Adjusting attitude. Shipwreck is all about the timing, says Copernicus Cat. Haven't we wrecked enough ships? Alright, coming up on our maneuver. Ignition. Alright, our separation at closest approach is estimated to be 3/4 of a kilometer. That is excellent. So now we'll do match velocities with target at closest approach. And we're actually pretty close. We're only 42 kilometers away. There it is up there. Can even see it. A little tiny speck. Just a little white dot. I don't know how well that comes across on stream, but it's there. Right there. Now we're 6 kilometers away. After a little bit of a time warp. And there it is. Let's open up the docking port alignment indicator. And there's our deceleration burn. Let's activate this camera. And this one has extra reaction wheels, so I don't need to use our reaction control thrusters for simple attitude adjustment. I will use them to correct our course, though. All right, now we'll get within 150 meters. Standard stuff at this point. And I believe the other one is still docked there, so we're going to need to move that. Let's do this. Yep, the other one is still docked. But we're going to dispose of this one. It is old news, the Mosquito 3.1, so undock. And reverse. So Shipwreck, you're going to get an explosion here in a little bit. I know how much you like those. Alright, and yeah, we are close enough, so let's choose the proper docking port. There we go. Activate the camera. And for the docking autopilot, override safe distance and start distance. Force roll to 0 degrees and enable the autopilot. Gonna deal with you in a minute, says Shipwreck. Deal with me? That's ominous. Oh, what does he mean by deal with me? Oh, a little bit nervous now. Old news, what is this? The Hindenburg disaster? It's Kerbal Space Program, so if anything it would be the Kindenberg. And sadly, without some serious mods, you can't do a proper dirigible. Not with the way physics is handled in this game. It does buoyancy in water, but not in air. At least not as far as I know, and none of the parts will actually properly give you the buoyancy you would need anyway. All right, everything is looking good. $50 meters and closing. And then after we dock this and transfer our ore over, we're going to dispose of Mosquito 3.1. Explosively. $40 meters and closing. Status is moving towards starting point. And sometimes it just goes slower and slower, and I have to turn the autopilot off and then on again to get it to go forwards. We'll see if that's the case here. So we're going really slow now. Despite telling it that the speed limit is 2 meters per second, we are going 0.3 meters per second. $35 meters in closing. Ever so slowly. We're 2 meters away from our starting axis, though, so this is actually going all right. Okay, we are moving forward to dock. Excellent. $30 meters and closing. $20 meters. Oh, and this thing has lights. Let's turn them on. Look at that. We've got illumination. 10 meters. Remember, I promised there would be lights on the next one, and there sure are. $5 meters. $2 meters. And we are docked. Excellent. All right, let's pull up the fuel balancer. So ores, we've got 4 tanks on this one. So we do want to upgrade the refinery to have double capacity at some point. Might do that today even. Let's transfer out. Huzzah, says Copernicus Cat. Huzzah indeed. And this one has 6 of these RCS fuel tanks that I need to fill. There we go. And for the rocket fuel, let's start by balancing all the tanks, and we'll see exactly how much progress we've made here. This one has 12 different tanks that I need to pump fuel into. Yep, those ones there. and they're all full. We are nearly 70%. So we're getting there, actually. Let's stop balancing and stop pumping in. And then this still needs to stay there for a little while we pump the ores out. So technically I still have some use for this guy, but we're gonna crash it, and we're gonna do it on the day side. So let's do, we want to see how fast we can crash it too. We want there to be nothing left. Do we have any deployed surface science here? Because we might get data from this. I don't know. We do. But first, let's start by pointing prograde. And let's bring our apoapsis up. And it's perfect that we're already on the night side here. And that'll do. So now we want to point retrograde. And then we'll time warp to about here, I think. Give ourselves plenty of time on the daylight side, because we want to do the crash on daytime. And this is cleaning up space junk. Although I hope we don't end up with a field of debris, which is quite possible. But if we hit hard enough, maybe we won't. Alright, pointing retrograde, let's warp to here. A little bit farther, I think. Alright, and yes, our altitude is 160 kilometers. That will do nicely. Alright, we need to paradoxically slow down first so that we have less orbital speed, and then we can burn straight down into the ground. So let's change to surface mode and point radial in, actually. And I don't care how much monopropellant we're using right now, because whatever's on board is going to be lost. And let's actually show our landing prediction here on the camera. So that is our current projected trajectory right there, to crashing right there on that slope. So let's do this. Let's time warp a little bit. All right, we are now headed downwards. And Shipwreck, I hope you don't miss this. You have a habit of missing the booms, the deliberate booms, and the accidental ones. He always wants things to explode, but he always misses it when they do. All right. So we are pointing prograde relative to our surface. Let's get a little bit closer. So we've got about, this is predicting 13 minutes and 12 seconds to impact. All right, and let's just burn the engines. Let's get as much velocity as we can get. And we are going fast enough now that it is now predicting that 4 minutes to impact. Three minutes to impact. Maybe we don't even burn all our fuel. We'll see. We're gonna see how fast we can go. We got 2 minutes to impact. 90 seconds. And we can turn off the camera trajectory there. Cat says, the joke is tardy, but Nightsider, what is this? The Eureka Maru? I don't get the reference, Scat. 50 seconds to impact. Yeah, we're not going to burn all our fuel, but that's all right. We're going to be going well over 1 kilometer per second on impact. And it looks like Shipwreck's going to miss the shipwreck. A Gerentex joke. Yep, not a reference I get. Sorry. All right, 20 seconds to impact. Let's do this. There we go. How about if I'd gone with the Andromeda? This is a video game, right? I think it's one that I have not played. And yep, it is all gone. That is all just destroyed. So we have managed to not leave any space junk. Success. All right, let's go back to the tracking station. Let's take a look at our mapping satellites. Oh, the series. Okay, yep, I haven't watched it. Although we watched, since it's on Disney Plus now, we watched the latest Ant-Man movie last night, and boy, do I have some mixed feelings about that one. Okay, so we want to take a look at each of our scanning satellites. Best get on it, it's on Prime, freebie with ads. I might look into that then. Let's see, Moho. I believe we've already gotten everything we can out of this, but we're going to double check. So ScanSat Supreme number 7. Let's fly it. Yeah, that is the fun way to retire an old unmanned vessel. Smash it directly into the face of a moon. That moon had it coming. All right, so are we doing a current scan? We are not scanning currently. All right, good to know. So that one, as I suspected, we've already gotten everything we can out of it. Let's go to Eve, and I think that's the same here, but I'm not 100% certain, so we're going to double check. ScanSat Supreme number 8, switch to. And that'll load up. Okay, we're on the night side, and I don't think we are doing any active scans here either. Nope, these are all closed. Okay. And moving on, we should launch something around Kerbal too, because we haven't done these scans around Kerbal or its moons yet. So let's skip Kerbal for now and go to Duna, where our poor little rover is sitting on its back, unable to do anything. Switch to ScanSat Supreme number 6, which has done scanning Duna and is now scanning Ike, or might be done scanning Ike. I know at least the one around, I think it's Paul, the farthest moon out from Jewel, is actively scanning right now. And this one looks like it is as well. The synthetic aperture radar is open. So let's close these. We don't need them right now. Let's clear up some space on the screen, and let's open up the ScanSat window. And here we go. Slope map of Ike. Altimetry map of Ike. Biome map of Ike. Okay, we have one of those as well. Good. And a visual map of Ike. And all of those with the ore overlay. Excellent. Electric charge is full. So let's stop the synthetic aperture radar scan. And let's send the data home, and that's 100 science. High-resolution altimetry scan from Ike. The data confirms the presence of large sloping hills and craters. Hopefully the analysts back at the KSC can use this to find a suitable landing place. That would be cool. Send it home. Let's get 100 more science points. And done. Science added. Okay, we're up to 131 science points now. And I think that is all we can do from here. Let's just double check that we've sent everything home. Okay, resource data has been analyzed. And multispectral has been analyzed. Okay, yep, this one is done. We've gotten all of the science we can out of our currently deployed experiments around Ike, Duna, Eve, and Gilly, and Moho. So let's now go out to Drez, which has, I think, our upgraded ScanSat is on its way there. In fact, let's look at the alarms. That is coming up in almost 2 years, so that's a ways out. We got some time there. Let's see, Exploration Research Probe 3. Okay, yeah, we don't have anything ScanSat out there yet. We lost contact with the last one we sent. That's what the issue is there. So now let's move out again, and let's take a look at Joule, the gas giant. And I believe it's around Paul. So we're going from the farthest out inwards. And here we go, ScanSat Supreme number 5. Let's switch to this one and see what it's got for us. So I think we had swapped to the, I believe the synthetic aperture radar last stream. And it's had some time to do some work, but it might not be done yet. And no, that is not what is active. What is active right now? Ah, we're doing the resource map. Okay, so let's see. Doop, 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 doop. Where is Paul? There it is. Yeah, resource map is not yet complete. We still got some time on that. Are both of these active? No, because that would be too much drain on the batteries if I had both of them active at once. Okay, so that is good to know. So we're still going to be scanning this. We've got how much? We're 80% done. And I need some water. Oh, geez, my voice. Yeah, I am definitely a tired guy today. Tired and dehydrated, but having a good time. So, what can we do next? Let's go to... let's take a look at Kefri Bezos. In orbit of Kerbal. And let's use him to get rid of some more space junk. We haven't done that in quite a while. And let's see, where is he? Space Garbage Truck 2.0. Switch to that. All right, loading it up. There's Shipwreck with the random cat again, and we've got a Crookshanks on screen. We can close this. And there's Kefri Bezos Kerman right there, and there's a Boozinate. All right, here we go. Shipwreck is taking care of me. Shipwreck, did you miss the crash, the spaceship crash? It was a deliberate one, not a derp. We were disposing of a spacecraft explosively, and I think you might have missed it. All right, here we go. Boozinating for Shipwreck. There we go. Thank you, Shipwreck. Excuse me, but that is an abuse of the derp command, Mr. Shipwreck, sir. I gave you lots of warning. Are you derping me because I crashed a ship? Deliberately crashing lives? No, Shipwreck. Copernicus Cat, tell Shipwreck, how many Kerbals were aboard the spacecraft that we deliberately crashed to get rid of it? To clear it up. We were done with the probe, so we disposed of it safely. Wow. There it is. Thank you, Shipwreck. Oh boy. Alright, let's go into the cockpit here. Yeah, we haven't done this in a while. We're doing a flight from inside the cockpit. So what we need to do is choose our target. Let's look at the map. And this right here, big fuel tank 2.0, let's set that as our target. That is space junk. So we need to, I wish it would save the settings here. Where's my stack of Echo ore? Says Shipwreck. Stack? You got your 16 Echo ore. Ridiculous. Let's see, let's do orbital display here. Or do we want the orbital display? I think what we want to do is attitude right there. And cameras. Okay, we got an external cam. Pod cam, that's internal, I think. So here we go. And I wonder, what kind of options do we have from MechJeb? Let's see, autopilot, MechJeb control. We have ascent guidance, we have land at target, those are cool. Flight and landing. Nope, those don't have what I need. Docking, ooh. MechJeb and Astrogator. Okay, transfers. Okay. Now can I do... Alright, let's just see what this does. We're learning these computer systems right here. Alright. I hit enter. We have 4 kilometers per second of delta V remaining. And in theory, let's do attitude here then. In theory, this is about to take us to a transfer to our target. We'll see. Supreme Doom saying, hello, Dan. Yeah, don't be a dolphin. Follow what Fossabot says. Go follow Supreme Doom 56 on Twitch. Doom, I assume this means your stream is done. I hope it went well. Does this craft run on basics? That's Copernicus Cat. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I need to show. Do I have it here? I have a book. Do I have it? Do I have it out? I'm gonna have to look in just a second. Let's just make sure that this does something sensible, and then I need to show you a book, Copernicus Cat. Speaking of basic, been going through some old stuff, and I found something cool. It went very well. Thank you. It was a fun cold stream. Oh right, you did a speed run with was it it was Rose something, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly. And yeah, who won? Was it you? Did you win? All right. Is this going to do what I think it might? Is it going to start? No, it did not do an automatical burn. Did it even make a... No, it did not make a maneuver node. Interesting. Shipwreck says, what do you mean I hope your stream is done? That's not what I said, Shipwreck. I said I hope it went well. And that I hope you won. Shipwreck. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Supreme Doom heard me right. She says it went very well, thank you. It was a fun co-stream. Ship just posted that in another stream. So shipwreck is derping. I need to add some specific derps for my mods. All right, so that is not doing what I had hoped. So we're going to change this back to what did we have here? We got orbit over there. We've got attitude over there now. So let's do a camera right there. And we're going to use this regular MechJeb thing. I want more controls like this in here, in context, but sadly no. So maneuver planner. And let's, am I just missing it? Because let's see. Yeah, because that's not giving me any other options. Derp add shipwreck, says shipwreck, knowing that it's going to add a derp to me. See, that's just incentivizing me even more to add a mod derp counter. Okay, so let's do a bi-impulsive transfer to target, create node. There we go. And that, let's see, does it tell me? It's a 257 meter per second delta V, coming up in 44 minutes. All right, execute next node. Shivering says, oh no, too bad, you didn't set it up right. Oh, too bad, oops. Alternate take, shipwreck. I make an idle thought of, you know what would be a cool command to have? I should do a this in the future. And then my moderator, knowing that I haven't done that yet, but am making a mental note to do it at some point, says, I know how this works, and I'm going to use it wrong. Supreme says, could you imagine being the streamer and someone in chat says, I hope your stream is done? I know, right? I won 3 times the Supreme Doom, and Rosie won once. It was so close on the third one. Nice. GG. See, I have good mods who are good at things. All right, we are burning the engines right now, changing our course to intercept our target, and Copernicus Cat with new note created. Nice. That was so embarrassing. Wait, that's what you wrote in another chat, Shipwreck? That's amazing. Stream says Rosie won for best execution 3 times though. Oh, was it a quality versus quantity thing? You should have done all purple, Supreme Doom. Then it would have definitely been quality every time. All right, while it does this, I'm gonna see if I can find this book real quick. If it takes me more than 60 seconds, I'm not gonna bother. Let's see. I'm gonna mute for just a moment. Yeah, sadly, I don't have it out. I'm gonna have to find it and post a picture on Twitter, but it's an old book that I had as a kid where you can, it has games in it in BASIC. And so you have to actually type in all the code for the game, and then assuming you didn't make any typos, then you can play the game. That's the 80s. So yeah. Yes, that's what he wrote. It says Supreme Doom. Oh no, that's amazing. I'm wondering now who streamed that was in. I didn't even make a purple one, says Supreme Doom. Oh no, not purple. What? All right, let's adjust our closest approach. That's a little bit close for comfort. There we go. All right. 500 meters, that's much better. And yeah, let's turn, whoop, there we go. Let's turn off the RCS, there we go. So now we need another maneuver. We need to match velocity with target, create and execute. And that's coming up in 34 minutes. And there's a shout out to Rosie42. That's the one that was in the co-stream with Supreme Doom. Nice. And it was greeting cards, right? I think it was. I saw your announcement in your Discord about that. Okay, let's change this back to cameras. Okay, there's our rear cam. Looking out past our rear. Original Londoner's original sister. Okay, I knew there was an original Londoner connection there, but I did not know it was a sibling connection. That's cool. All right, we are 28 kilometers from our target. Butt cam, says Shipwreck. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Let's see, can we change mode here? I think. I'm looking at the controls here. I think what I want to do is actually change this to the camera. Although I can't select the camera here. There we go, I can. There we go, I want that, and then let's do attitude here. Let's see, and it says also, just so you know, because Ship didn't, Jay Bish is Original's husband. Oh, not Jay Rod, Jay Bish, two different people. Well, I didn't make that mistake. Did Shipwreck? That's funny. All right, we are now 2 kilometers away from the target. And I'm looking for a way to change mode on the on attitude control here. Okay, there's the different okay, there's the target marker there, but there are the different attitude holds. Yeah, I know I have a low thrust weight ratio. It's fine. I have high efficiency, so not worried about that. Okay, there's our target right there, though. Okay, speed mode is target. Okay. Ah, is it this here? No. Ah, here we go. Speed mode, target. Nice. Okay, so now we want to turn stability assist on. Can we hold target? We cannot. But we can do this here. Point at the target manually. Let's turn on precision control. Precise controls are on. And we want RCS on. And now if we go here, we can look at this screen here and it will tell us our predicted closest approach. Okay, closest approach is 324 meters. We want that to be less. So I'm using the reaction control thrusters to do translation. And let's see how close we can get. .6 meters, 1.1 meter. 1.1 meter is about as good as I think we're going to get right here. And we are approaching at 2.6 meters per second. Okay. That's not bad. All right, let's do a little bit of time warp. And this is some very old space debris here. We definitely want to clear this up. The less space debris we have, the better the game will perform, and the less chance of a collision in orbit. Not that that's actually very likely. All right, slowing down. All right, and I can see it right there. I don't know how well that is, how visible that is on stream. Let's see, are our external lights on? Now they are, and Shipwreck got a 3-fer. Hello, Crookshanks, hello, Shadow, hello, Arya. First try, says Shipwreck. Well, that was your first successful try. GG, Shipwreck, GG. Okay. Which camera is going to be the best? This one right there. That's the camera we want. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the there's our target right there in the camera view, and that camera is, I believe, directly inside of the claw. All right. Pick this thing up. Did I get it? I think I got it. All right, let's go outside. Turn off the reaction control thrusters, and yep, look at that. We've got this empty fuel tank. Very good. So now we need to go. Speed mode is orbit, and we need to point retrograde. And now we need to watch our apoapsis, or our periapsis rather. And there it is, periapsis is currently 157 kilometers. But now let's just make sure that we are controlling it. Whoa. From where we want to be. Okay, and we were. Good. Because that would be a problem otherwise. And a problem that we've encountered before. So now... And Shipwreck with the boozinate. Alright, let's boozinate to cleaning up space. Here we go. Alright. Cleaning up space for Shipwreck. Thank you very much, Shipwreck. Much appreciated. All right. Good. Our periapsis is dropping as we want it to. And that, I believe, is periapsis right there, that marker. Shipwreck says, Supreme said, let's run a vault. Nice. Good luck on the vault. Shipwreck owes me a stack of echo ores, so get on that. All right, periapsis is now 30 kilometers. That will do. Let's go on out here and release. Okay, good. Our target is still there. And now we do not want to follow this into the atmosphere, so let's first back off. And then we're going to point prograde. Your con artist versus Shipwreck, I even gave you a discount. What was the discount, Shipwreck? Was it the Vault Diamonds? Because I am going to pay you the Vault Diamonds, don't worry. Alright, engines are going, and we are raising our periapsis again. Let's bring that back up to about 150 kilometers. 125. That will do. Okay, so now let's switch to our target and let's follow it into the atmosphere. It's of course dark, because why not? But here we go, time warp, and let's just watch the fireworks show. Here we go. We got a sunrise. All right, space junk that has been up there for years now, being cleaned up. We're cleaning up space. Oh, and it's got a camera on the booster. Let's see, can we use that camera? Can we view it? No. What about now? Nope. Cannot use the camera, dang it. Probably because... No, we do have electric charge. Activate camera. There we go. That's a view. Screenshot, because I can't help myself. We got some reentry effects. Oh man, SpaceX released some video from the fairings from their recent Falcon Heavy launch, which they're the fastest returned fairings as far as how fast they were going through the atmosphere, because they expended all three stages, all three boosters on the Falcon Heavy, because they needed the extra performance. And so these came in fast and hot, and that was some really, really cool footage. All right. Now this is going to have a lot of drag, so I don't expect it to actually explode in the atmosphere because it's going to slow down too quickly, but it will impact. And who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will explode in the atmosphere. That would actually be nice. Supreme Doom setting the record straight, saying, for the record, I didn't say let's do a vault, but I will after your stream. Shipwreck is the con artist. Amazing. You're done streaming against the Supreme Doom? Wow, rude. I guess I am, if that's how you are. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Yes, I know, Supreme Doom, no worries. I am amused that you feel the need to make sure that that is clear. Good stuff. Good times. Exclamation point vault, says Shipwreck. Oh, it's a new command. Dan drops everything he's currently doing to do a vault with Supreme Doom 56. Well, you heard it here first, guys. It's now Vault Hunters. Let's see. I assume, since marketing materials have been released for it, that I'm good to talk about it. I'm just going to say a little bit. And Shipwreck already knows, but yeah, there's a Minecraft event that's going to happen all of June that I'm going to be a part of. And it is not First Craft, but I'm also going to be in First Craft. June 7th is the release date for 1.20. We have a release date. We got work to do. Shipwreck, I made I updated the data pack for the totems, but we need to make sure that we have the lineup set up and the resource pack set up. And then I can make some more tweaks to it and we're good to go. All right, let's speed this up a little bit and let's get to the boom. Shipwreck's going to be here for this explosion. All right, here we go. How fast are we going? Oh, it's in target mode, so we don't know. No way! Boing. What was that? What, did I just get a double derp ad from both of you guys? That's a stronger engine bell than I was expecting. I don't think you're supposed to. Realistically, it should not have done that. That's guys, I'm losing. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Boing. All right. Well, great bounce though. Yes, it was. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's we got something to recover then. The gap to the Tuesday survived, yes. Basically. Oh man. So speaking of engines though, they announced that in the upcoming update to Kerbal Space Program 2, they're adding 3 new engines and they're giving them these names: the cornet, the trumpet, and this is what has me really excited, the tuba. So you know I'm gonna have to make some tuba powered spacecraft. Oh, that was unexpected and hilarious. I mean, I'm dubious of whether it counts as a derp, but I guess my mods have spoken, and you don't argue with the mods, right? That's just not done. Well, that was very productive, though. Let's do a launch. Let's we still got 82 days until our Moho launch window, so that's not going to be this stream. That'll be next stream. But we do have science, more science that we can get right here from Kerbin and its moons. So we've got an upgraded ScanSat Supreme, named for our own Supreme Doom 56, who is here now, and so we should definitely do something with Supreme, the ScanSat Supreme. And you know what? Let's scan our own planet. We know more now about distant planets than we do our own planet, and that's just unacceptable. We need to rectify this situation ASAP. All right, so let's open and go down to S. ScanSat Supreme 9 is headed towards Dres, so let's load that. And ScanSat Supreme 10 is for Kerbin. Ooh, caps lock. Caps lock happens a lot in KSP because that's how you activate the precision controls. All right, save. You want to do something with me? I mean, later we can run a vault, but right now we're doing something with the ScanSat Supreme, which is named for you. And this does not need such an intense launcher. So let's actually take it off of this. And this will double as a nice communication satellite as well. But let's take this entire launcher off because we don't need it. That is designed for getting it very far away. So let's see, couplers. And yeah, this has the upgraded cameras on it and antennas. So excellent, excellent for doing science. But let's do smaller decoupler actually, and let's give it its own upper stage. Perhaps this right here. And engines, let's put on the, do the Terrier. The Terrier has decent efficiency. It's also tiny. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be more than enough. Although, okay, Terrier costs 390 Spaceos, but the Wolfhound costs 3,000 and is a little bit too big. So yeah, we're gonna go with that unless the Poodle maybe. What is, okay, 350. It does cost more. And it's too big. Okay. What about the cheetah? The cheetah is the right option here. Okay, cool. I like the cheetah. We're gonna go with the cheetah. What's the thrust on that? 125 kilonewtons versus 60. Okay, that's double the thrust. Double the thrust and double the fun. All right, that is our upper stage. So now all we need is the maybe the Arcus medium launch vehicle. Yeah, that will be just fine. Edit the fairing. And let's bring it out to about here. Oh, let's turn on angle snapping. There we go. And there we go. Check our staging. I think we're going to, yeah, we're going to need to change a little bit on the staging here. So there's the booster and the launch clamps, and then we've got our stage separator, and then that engine is next, and then we need the fairing, followed by that separator. No, we need this one. Okay. And that is Supreme Doom with a random cat, and we've got Shadow on screen. Hello, Shadow. And that engine is, that's the Spark. Okay, this needs to go here. This needs to go here. Okay, so booster engine and this upper stage. We still have way more Delta V than we need. Okay, we can actually get rid of that entire... We don't even need this. Yeah, that's extra. So edit the fairing. Yeah, we're only going to Kerbal and later to the Moon and Minmus. So we just need this tiny little... Look at that tiny little fairing. Supreme says, rip off, you have 3 cats. Oh, we were talking about this, Supreme Doom, because Shipwreck is convinced that I've rigged it against him, and I haven't. There is a 1 in 8 chance of getting all 3 cats. That's how it is set up. A little bit of spoilers there. Okay, and this gives it much better performance off the pad as well. Okay, I like that. Okay, and then that, and then this, and then that. Cool. Definitely a 1 in 64, says Shipwreck. Not so. Not so at all.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay! 1 in 82, says Supreme Doom. You know what? There should be something special that's 1 in 82. That would be funny. Let's give it just a little bit more there. Just a little tweak. And I think we're good. All right. And I'm not going to save that because we are going to want to put it... What I'm not going to do is delete the previous one because we are going to want another interplanetary one. So I'm going to save this one. 182, we get to keep a cat. Oh, man. I don't think so. I think we're keeping our cats, Supreme Doom. 1 in 82, and you get a cat sticker in the mail. How about that? You get an actual cat sticker, a physical cat sticker, although I only have Aria because, and Kaylee's not here for me to harass her about this, but she hasn't released the other two on Redbubble yet, so I haven't been able to order my print. I choose Garfield, says Shipwreck. Sabrina says, I'll win first try because I'm not a cat person. That's how it works, isn't it? Yeah. No, I have an actual physical print, including a small card and stickers of Aria, but not yet of Crookshanks and Shadow. Dang it. He looks like least trouble. Oh, you'd be surprised, Shipwreck. You would be absolutely surprised. You know who's the least trouble? It's Shadow. Crookshanks is just way too stupid to not be trouble. He's so dumb. All right, Rover Autopilot is open again. Landing guidance is open again. But you know what isn't open? The one I want, ascent guidance. Ascent guidance. Here we go. And we want this to go to an altitude of about 250 kilometers for the orbit. Flight manager for recoverable stages. No, we don't need that. Engage autopilot. So you can make a lasagna defeat him. Oh, you can make me lasagna, Shipwreck. How about that? Let's do cameras. Target stealth and set position. Let's watch from the Research and Development Center. There we go. Shadow's quiet, but he follows me everywhere. He follows per crunch me everywhere, that's for sure. All right, let's tone down the zoom there a little bit. There we go. That's a lot better. Win-win. We'll take the dumb cat then, says Shipwreck. Well, like I said, he's more trouble than you're expecting. All right, engage autopilot, and we are... Get it? Shadow follows me? Get it down? I get it, Supreme Doom. I actually got it on the first try. Because Shadow's following you. Yep. Wait, no. Oh, I get it now. There's a shout out for pizza. Definitely follow pizza. Is it just my imagination, or did the profile picture change again? Maybe I just don't remember the profile picture. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift off. The Arcus medium launch vehicle carrying ScanSat Supreme number 10 to Kerbal orbit. Good thing you are here, Supreme Doom. Vehicle is pitching downrange. Everything is looking nominal. Still waiting for Kerbal sound alerts? I'm sure you are, Shipwreck, but guess what? I needed a nap. Will you be blowing me up again, says Supreme Doom? Well, I hope not. That's not the plan. Vehicle is supersonic. We have maximum aerodynamic pressure as well. Plans change, Dan, says Supreme Doom. Plans change. That's true. I could change the plan at any time. Nah, that's not the plan. All right, we're coming up on main engine cutoff. We have MECO and stage separation and second engine start. That was life on 3 devices. It went on forever. That's amazing. No regrets. Excellent. Oh, look, there's the moon over there. All right, and bearing separation is confirmed. So you got Dan evil laugh on surround sound then. Amazing. All right. And there it is, ScanSat Supreme number 10. Headed to orbit. Soon we'll be in space, and the solar panels will be automatically deployed. Supreme Doom says, what happened to 1 through 9? Well, about half of those are currently in orbit of other planets and moons, either doing science or have completed their missions. There are a couple of them that may or may not have had some incidents in past streams. All right, we've got our apoapsis, and solar panels are deployed. So now we're moving around to our new attitude, and we will coast to apoapsis and then circularize our orbit. Half? Not good odds, says Supreme Doom. Well, I mean, a couple of them, half of me is not impressed. A couple of them, you know, got out towards their destinations, and then we had insufficient communications and lost contact. So I don't know. Maybe they're communing with the aliens. Probably. Conspiring, even. Colluding. That's the word these days. Colluding with aliens. All right. We have ignition. Supreme Doom says, I would not conspire with aliens. Seems out of character for me. I am concerned. Well, you know. So you say. Have you sent a search party? I'm half worried. Nah, I just assume the worst and run with it. All right, we have our orbit. So now what we need to do is choose our altitude. So these are new instruments that we haven't used yet. Advanced High Resolution Imager wants anywhere from 70 to 500 kilometers. Above 350 is ideal. What about this one here? The Hyperspectral Resource Mapper. This wants above 500 kilometers is ideal, but anywhere from 100 to 750. So let's head up to an orbit of about 450 kilometers, I'd say. So point prograde. And then we'll tweak it from there. And there it is, an apoapsis of 450 kilometers. Let's clear this clutter. And let's warp to there. And circularize. Oh. We're in a terrible orbit for this. We need a polar orbit. So let's do this. MechJeb Maneuver Planner, and let's hope that this doesn't result in a derp. We'll find out. Let's see. Change inclination. We want 90 degrees. Create node. Ooh. This is gonna be rough. All right, execute next node. I think we can do it, but this is going to impact the future of this mission. We're going to get scanning of Kerbal, but I don't know that this is going to get scanning of the moon and Minmus. So we might send separate ones there. The good news is that these do double as communication satellites because they have a lot of antennas on them. So that is very useful. But yeah, we should have been headed into a polar orbit, not an equatorial orbit. Whoops. We got Yumari saying, let's hope this doesn't end up with the alien cabal as well. And welcome. Thank you for the first time chat. All right. All right, we have ignition. And we are changing our inclination because we had the wrong one. Whoopsie. That's okay. I do expect to get some very good science out of this. But imagine getting a map of Kerbal and all it was just a narrow band around the equator. That's not very useful. Cool. I hear a fanfare. We got Shipwreck gifting a subscription to Bowser. Nice. Thank you, Shipwreck. Alright, we are almost done. We're going to have to stage here. Good news is that has a periapsis within Kerbal's atmosphere, so goodbye, upper stage, you served us well. And so that will not stay in orbit. Alright, looking normal, we have an inclination now of 82 degrees. I mean, we could stop right there, right? That's perfect. And then we're going to need to change our apoapsis and periapsis again. And yeah, this is going to be a permanent satellite in equatorial orbit of Kerbal. Oh, I hear another fanfare. Congratulations, Copernicus Cat. Thanks to Supreme Doom 56, you can use more cat emotes everywhere. Nice. Thank you, Madame Doom. Alright, just about done with this burn. 15 seconds remaining. And we have engine shutdown. Perfect. Screenroom says, BRB, I have to watch Lettuce. Let us just think about that. Wow. Rick, with the misinformation here saying, we love Ardan. That part's true. Even though he's a con artist murderer. Wow, wow. But we don't talk about that. That's right, because it's not the case, Shipwreck. I am, however, a warrior for justice and self-defense. Okay, so let's do this. Prograde. And now we need to go to this apoapsis. Warp here. Who wants catnip, says Copernicus Cat, with all the cats? Look at that group of cats. Meow, says Shipwreck. We're actually afraid of him, says Supreme Doom. He steals our lunch money. Supreme Doom, that lunch money is money that you owed me, okay? So let's be fair here. You owed me that money, and I just collected. Alright, so now let's pin that. And let's raise our periapsis and get our orbit. There we go. And now let's open our map and let's see what kind of coverage we've got. We want Kerbin. And, you know, that's not too bad, actually. We can turn off the resource overlay because we already have the resources. And we actually have more than I thought. So, but we have new sensors, which means we can get new science. And this one we're too low for, that's okay. But the advanced high resolution imager, that's the one we're going to do. Let's start the scan. And this is going to give us this visual high right here. So there we go. That is a start of scanning the surface of Kerbin. Very nice. Now, how are we doing on money? Not too great, actually. So we've got a little bit more time. So let's go to the Space Center. And let's see if there's anything that we can do to improve our financial situation, because it is not doing the best. We've done better on the money front, but we've had some expensive setbacks. And some expensive successful launches too, but still expensive. And yeah, I need to keep cleaning up low Kerbin orbits, see if I can improve these load times. Okay, so active missions. We've got, we still need to return What's This Button Do Kerbin. That'll be good. Derpy Dan, we need to finish rescuing Derpy Dan. ScanSat from space around Lathe, that'll come at some point. We're still passively looking for these comets. And this one is one that I need to rename for Satan redeemed a rescue recently, and I need to rename that one. And that one will pay us very nicely. Let's see. Oh no, Spring News says, Dan, if you spend your time in the pantry more wisely, I bet you could find your own food. I mean, yeah, that's true. But what if I got free food from others? Sorry, late to the conversation because I was watching Lettuce. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, let's do this one because that will pay for that satellite launch as well as another one. So what I need to do is look at what we've got for rescued Kerbals contracts. I actually have two that I need to do for Satan. Because Derpy Dan is one for Shipwreck. We can do that one. What's This Button Do is for Sally Salt. And Satan has redeemed Kerman Diaz and Lord Kerman Supreme. So, let's see. What is available? Surface Lathe. Ooh. Kerbal. Rescue Kerbal. All right, then. That's hilarious. Kerbal Kerman. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's accept this one here. And then I need to change the names of these guys here. So let me open my text editor real quick here. And boom. Oh, I've got lots of windows open because working on data pack stuff for Minecraft. But here we go. Pending I need to do. We've got Kerman Diaz and Lord Kerman in Supreme. And those can be for active. So those can be, let's see, we've got Kerman Diaz will be what we rename Gwenand. Because we're doing these in order. And then Lord Kerman Supreme will be Kerbal. Kerbal. All right, perfect. So now what I need to do is back out of this save game and do a real quick edit. So let's see, common Kerbal Space Program, saves, stock final approach, and as soon as this is out of the menu screen, Let's load. Let's pull this up. Okay. Oh, we got a Dan joke. Oh no, Shipwreck adding more commands. Oh no. Copernicus cat with a Sigmund Freud joke. Wow. Free food from mothers calling Sigmund. And Shipwreck adding a command to Fossabot, Derpy Dan. Yeah, this guy is deaf, the derpiest Dan we know. Please just humor him and pretend he's original. And a Dan joke. Fossabot says, just watched a documentary about beavers. It was the best damn program I've ever seen. Wow. Wow. No, I'm not Supreme Doom. I'm not renaming Kerman Diaz Gwyneth Paltrow. And Bowser says, I'm muted, but I am lurking. Hello, Bowser. Let's see. Hello, Bowser. Family friendly pauses says Supreme Doom. Close enough. Oh, wow, 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 wow. All right, let's open the save game here. And I need to move to other view. There we go. So now I can do a real quick find and replace. So I need to look for Gwynand. Count 9 matches. Perfect. So replace Gwynand with Kerman Diaz. Replace all. 9 occurrences were replaced. Nice. So let's see. Yes. Find next. I just need to make sure that this is good. Kerman Diaz's wreckage. Kerman Diaz Kerman. Okay. Female. Perfect. All right. So now let's find Kerbal. Count 9 matches. Perfect. And replace that with Lord Kerman Supreme. Replace all. And then let's find Lord Kerman Supreme. Perfect. Find next. All right, already male. Perfect. All right, now I just need to save. Close. And let's resume saved game. And Spoon says, since we're going there, knock knock. Oh no, I'm afraid. Come in, says Shipwreck. We're Canadian. I just say come in. Who's there? Copernicus Cat says, what about Kerman Electra and Pee-wee Kerman? We have a Pee-wee Kerman. Copernicus Cat. I don't think we have a Kerman Electra. Madame, says Supreme Doom. Madame who? Do I dare ask? I'm afraid. I'm afraid of this one. Oh no, Madame was cut in the dark. Wow. Oh, I should have seen that coming. Oh, Supreme Doom. What are we going to do about you? And yes, our own Satan, Copernicus Cat, has redeemed a Pee-wee Kerman. And Kerman Munster? Nope, we don't have any of that. Womp, 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 says Shipwreck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, we're loading the game. And yeah, load times have been getting slowly longer and longer as the save file gets bigger and bigger. I'm not lame, you're lame, ship, says Supreme Doom. All right, mission control, let's just check. Yes, rescue Lord Kerman Supreme from orbit of Kerbin, and rescue Kerman Diaz from orbit of Minmus. All right, so let's do this. We've got, let's rescue, where's Derpy Dan, by the way? Let's look at this. Because Satan's not here, but Shipwreck is. Orbit of the moon. Okay. So now, have I done any of this yet? Because I know we were playing around with the James Bond stuff. Let's see. So here, oh yeah, we did. We saved Derpy Dan Kerman and obtained Derpy Dan's craft. So let's take a look at the status of that and see if we can bring them home. Kerman Melville. I think we have a Kerman Melville. Copernicus Cat. He said it out loud. Wow. He said your joke was lame. Sweden says, of course the joke is lame. Her foot got caught in the door. Would make anyone lame. That's a good point. That's a very good point. All right, so let's take a look. I believe this will be at the space station. So Arcadia Station. Though... Is it, though? I think so. We might have to find out. Let's fly. You're so clever. Oh my gosh. See, now Supreme Doom, I'm just imagining a foot being cut off by a closing door, and that just hurts. That's got my sympathetic reflexes going. Ouch. And now you've drawn a little picture of a drowning guy in chat. Ah! That always looks like a drowning guy to me. Sabrina says, I just hear a ship laugh from the other room. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay, so here's what we've got here. And I don't think we have Derpy Dan here. No, we don't. So let's go here. Supreme Oddities Wreckage. I've left that in orbit, Supreme Doom. That's in orbit forever. Space Garbage Truck 2.0. Let's see. It was. Let's close that. Orbit of the moon. So let's go look at the moon. Who taught her to read and spell? Still reads better than Shipwreck. Probes. Relay. Go drop pod. Debris. Grabber 2.0 debris. That's right, we named it the Grabber. So, I might need to be looking for the Grabber. So where is the Grabber anyway? Forever or until heat death, whichever comes first. Oh, I missed a comment. So my 13-year-old just said, you spelled the clever wrong. Who taught her how to read and spell? So let's yeah, I want to make sure I know where that actually is. So we haven't finished this mission yet. So let's go to the tracking station again. Clearly, she's a clever young thing, says Copernicus Cat. Yes. Clearly. Or maybe clarily. Because we can just move the A from the clearly to the clever. All right, loading. And I don't think we are actually going to have time to finish this, but I want to make sure that we find the Grabber. Grabber 2.0 debris. Giga's pod. Yeah, I think this is getting lost in the list here. Let's turn off debris. In fact, turn off everything but capsules for now. And no. Okay, so let's turn those off. Let's turn on probes. And oh man, I hope it didn't delete it, because may I ask you a question, asked Copernicus Cat. She's sharp, all right, Supreme Doom to cleaver young thing. Crew transporter probe, yeah, those are things that I need. There's a lot here that is actually debris that needs to be removed from orbit. And speaking of this one here, that definitely needs to be deleted. So this is the one that we found early on that is a duplicated craft that this game has bugged out and duplicated. The actual one is docked, so let's just delete that right there. Mosquito 4.0. Axe away, says Supreme Doom. And I might have to find this later, because this is not going to be particularly riveting content. ScanSat Supreme, debris. Grabber debris. I wonder if this is actually it. Let's take a look at this. I wonder if it reclassified this as debris because we've grabbed some debris with a claw. Give it your best chop, says Supreme Doom. Yeah, I think there's a good chance that this game has simply automatically reclassified this ship as debris because we picked up debris and it made that the root part of the new ship, of the combined ship. So we're going to check on that. And it might be that we just make a plan. And nope, this looks like it is legitimately debris. Yeah, we don't have any probe on it, no control. There's some fuel, but yeah, we can't do anything with it. So that's interesting. I don't know where that is, and I'm going to have to find it. But this is part of the reason that we are doing a lot of cleaning up of orbit. So let's do this. Let's turn on probes again. There's the sun. Let's focus Kerbal. Let's see if it's here. It doesn't seem to be. Yeah. So I think what we will be best served by is removing more space junk. So let's turn that on. Space Garbage Truck 2.0. Let's switch to this and let's give our old friend Jeffrey Bezos one more thing to do to close out our stream. And then I'm going to do more clutter removal between streams because it has become a huge problem for simply finding targets as we're seeing right now. So let's see, let's go here and let's choose Big Tank 4.0 probe. Set that as our target. And let's go back into the cockpit view. And yeah, once again, our cockpit is reset. So that's a little bit annoying. Let's do that. Let's do attitude control here. External camera here. And I think that is the one. Yep, that one right there. So now let's open up MechJeb. We don't need ascent guidance. We want maneuver planner. And we want a bi-impulsive transfer to the target. And that is giving us a maneuver with delta V of only 39 meters per second. Nice. Is that even accurate? Note in 13 days. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want that in 13 days. So let's remove. Let's see, after a fixed time, and let's do that of 1,000 seconds. That's fine. Create the node. An error occurred while creating the node. Well, dang it. I don't like that. So instead, what we can do is do this manually, because the problem is that we are already in very close to the same orbit as our target. So that's why it wants to wait so long. Or what other options do we have? At the nearest ascending or descending node. Error occurred while creating. Nope, so that's not going to work. And we lost our target. Jeez. All right, let's choose something else then. Let's choose this one here. Set that as the target. And that's much better. That's a node coming up in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So now what we can do is execute next node. And Yamari with the random cat, and we've got Shadow and Arya. Nice. Okay. We're in time warp mode. A little bit disconcerting from the cockpit. But we can see our position around the planet right here, and the position of our target. We've got our target's orbit, our current orbit, and this will be our orbit after we perform the maneuver, which is in 30 minutes. Ten minutes. All right, here we go. It's going to, okay, we're already pointed in the right direction. All right, ignition. And we can just watch our orbits line up. Currently 550 kilometers away from this target. And here, just for shipwreck, we're going to go to a rear camera, butt cam, so we can monitor our engine while it's running. All right, and here is our close approach marker. Closest approach is dropping. Let's hear it for inertia, says Copernicus Cat. All right, closest approach is now 576 meters. I like that. So now we're going to do match velocities with target at closest approach, create and execute. That's going to be a maneuver of 102 meters per second, delta V. And that is coming up in 21 minutes. So we're reorienting the spacecraft. And now we're in time warp. We can see the time warp factor right down there. And there's our position relative to our target. Very close. Four and a half kilometers away. And deceleration burn is underway. Two kilometers away. One kilometer. And we have matched velocities. Engine shutdown. Okay, so let's see. We are in target mode on the nav ball. So let's point towards our target. Turn on stability assist. And there it is right there, 570 meters away. And that is the crew transporter upper stage, so from an old mission. Serena says, I have a new theory on inertia, but it doesn't seem to be gaining momentum. Yeah, it's probably not a correct theory then, Supreme Room, I just imagine. I mean, that's probably the case. All right, let's turn on the reaction control system. And let's monitor our monopropellant as well. Do I have an indicator for that? Yes, I do. Monoprop right there. Yeah, we are at about 2/3. We're doing well. So let's look at our closest approach is now 83 meters. Let's bring that down as much as we can. We want precision control. All right, 7 meters. 4 meters. 2 meters. 1 meter. Okay, that'll do. Oh no, Springdom says 2 atoms are walking along. One of them says, oh no, I think I lost an electron. Are you sure? Yes, I'm positive. Nice. Bowser says, good, ankle is so sore. Tried to walk this morning. Oh, take it easy. Keep the weight off of it, Bowser. If you're going to do any walking, make sure it's in a vault. 2 guys walk into a bar. The third laughs, says Copernicus Cat. Wow. All right, so we are approaching at 2.2 meters per second. Let's go ahead and do some time warp. Woo, let's pull back. There we go. Yeah, we want to get on the side of it. Let's change our camera. I think that is the one. Come on, extra cams. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's very faint, and I guarantee you guys can't see it. Sorry, but there it is right there. External lights are on. It says, I like those German-style jokes. Smedium says, my son walked into a bar once. He didn't see it coming. I laughed on the inside while I helped him up. I mean, you kind of have to, right? All right, we want to get on the side of this thing because that'll give us a nice spot for grappling. Clotheslined his forehead. Oh, no. That sounds painful. That's the worst. All right, we're headed right toward it. We're headed right for it. Quality parenting. That's right. You know, if you can laugh at it, then you know it's not truly serious. Whenever, in particular, my stepdaughter is having a rough time, if we can manage to make enough joke that she can laugh, then we know everything's going to be all right. All right, here we go. And we've grabbed it. Okay, so next step, we want to turn off the reaction control thrusters. Don't need those right now. We want to change this. We want to change this. Yeah, it was already in orbit mode. And point retrograde. Springdom says, I try. I had to make up for the time I made him pack up for camp with a broken arm. Oh no. Thought he was saying to get out of work. Oh no. Mini parent of the year trophies. Oh, that's terrible. All right. Our apoapsis is very high. So let's, yeah, we're at a decently high point in our orbit though. So let's start the engines. And hold on, let's make sure that we have the right control point. And we do. Okay, good. Whew. I was a little bit worried there. Oh, but we do have an engine that we need to shut down. So let's do that. We want this engine off. Perfect. There we go. That would have been a problem. Tough as nails now, those of Supreme Doom. Nice. That's good. Alright, let's get this periapsis into Kerbin's atmosphere. There it is. This circle here is the atmosphere extreme, but let's get the periapsis down to about 30 kilometers. There it is. So now, does this say docked? Okay, this doesn't count as docking, so we need to go back out, release, back off a bit, and then we need to not follow it into the atmosphere, so we're going to point prograde now. And let's bring that periapsis back up out of the atmosphere. Let's bring it up to about 100 kilometers. There we go. Perfect. Now, let's follow this down. And that's how we're going to end. Copernicus Cat says, I'm tough, but I still whine like a Chardonnay. I'm more of a Merlot or a Malbec guy. I'm really a Malbec guy myself. Yeah, Copernicus Cat says, though I prefer a nice Pinot Grigio. All right, let's time warp this. Got a nice night view of Kerbal down there. There's daytime. All right, good. We're gonna have a daytime descent. Sorry, Pete Venkman. I know you're not here today, but none of these nighttime things. All right. And Shipwreck redeeming the final booznade of the stream. All right, while this thing descends through the atmosphere to be destroyed and disposed of safely, let's boozinate to a successful mission. Thank you, Shipwreck. Delicious. So I guess it's as good a time as any to mention that on Monday is the 29th of May and is what I consider to be my 2-year streaming anniversary, because it's 2 years from when I first started like legit actually streaming and not just saying, okay, is this something that I can technically do from here? But that's when I streamed a Minecraft event and was like, okay, I'm going to do streaming. And I'd like to do something special for it, but I don't know if I can manage it. It's Memorial Day, and there are a lot of plans around the house, but we'll see. There's a shout out to the Princess Me. That's my wife right there. She hasn't streamed in a while, but we're hoping to get that back going over the summer. It's been a rough school year for her, so there's been a lot going on. But they had their graduation, so school year is over. She still has some stuff she has to do, but hopefully. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing some bonus streams there. Does this thing work? I don't know if I still have this. Yes, there it is. Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, if you're not already, I think everyone here is. They have graduation after school is over. At the very end, yep. Which is, you know, when it should be. Do you mean you graduate your students in Canada, Supreme Doom, before you even know if they're going to graduate? Because that's even silly. Who even hangs out on Twitter? I do, Shipwreck. You know how many times you've been like, are you streaming today? And I'll be like, no, I announced it on there. I graduate weeks before. Well, what, Supreme Doom, what do you do then if you graduate a student and then they don't actually finish the work to graduate? Do you ungraduate them? That doesn't make any sense. That's silly. I mean, they probably by then already eaten their celebratory craft dinner. Upon condition of completion. See, that just doesn't make any sense. That's like having the Olympics awards ceremony, assuming that you know who's going to win before you actually finish the race. There we go. And that's another piece of space junk removed. We've removed 3 pieces of space junk today. That, I'd say, is good work. All right, Shipwreck, I have to ask, why did I get a derp? What's this derp for? Is it for a crash? Because that wasn't a derp crash. That was disposing. That was disposing of garbage. Streamer says, my daughter graduates from her master's on Tuesday, and yes, she's done now. Nice. Well, congratulations to her. Because you're adding junk to our oceans. Shipwreck, what I'm doing is creating a new nucleation point for a coral reef. The ocean life actually really loves things like shipwrecks. Whether they're spaceships or ocean ships, they're actually, you know, quite beneficial. Lots of coral reefs start there. Gone but not forgotten. Mazel tov, says Copernicus Cat. Nice. Then the other 2 graduate from high school in a few weeks. I stand by my decision, says Shipwreck. Okay, well, what does my other present mod say? Was that a legitimate derp? 3 grads in 1 year. Sigh. Wow. That's half of them. Half of them graduating from one thing or another in 1 year. Oh, but you know what I'm dreading? In 14 years, less than that, I'm going to be teaching twins to drive at the same time. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. That's going to be a nightmare. Oof. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so here's the story, Supreme Doom. We successfully completed our goal of disposing of a spaceship in the ocean, and Shipwreck says that that's a derp because it polluted the oceans. I win, says Shipwreck. Wow, rude. All right, well, let's see who is online that we can raid. I wonder if Kaylee is still up. At least not wrong. Okay, but here's the thing. We had a goal, and we achieved that goal perfectly. Is that really a derp? I mean, what do my mods think? Are they split? Are they in agreement? All right, I'm going to open a browser window with Twitch in it, since OBS only gives me a tiny list, and it's always dominated by Mystery Science Theater 3000. Let's see. Yeah, Kaylee is streaming. Let's raid Kaylee. We haven't raided her in a while. She's doing a UHC for Frilioth. I'm going to go ahead and load her up right now, although I won't get ads because I'm subscribed. Mute, I say mute. There we go. The mute wouldn't do it. All right, and they might actually be finishing up, but that's okay. So Kaylee, she's the one that drew the cats. Let's raid. I expect my payment tonight, says Shipwreck. Well, you can expect all you want. That doesn't get you anything. All right, and here is the raid message. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. And hopefully with some extra stuff. Shipwreck with a random cat, and it's Aria. Vault times is free doom. Yeah, enjoy your vaults. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. And dumb cat, says Shipwreck. Wow. Perfect cat for you, Shipwreck. All right, here we go. And goodbye.